Well, good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway here at the Legends Oval, right on the front stretch here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, coming to you from Concord, North Carolina here tonight. It's our iRacing Race of the Week here on GeForce TV. My name is Steve Ovens. I'll be joined in the booth here momentarily by Adam Ross, and we're getting ready to bring you a very special event here tonight. And we are coming in on the heat race qualifying action coming at you here from the quarter-mile Legends Oval here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We have had heat races. We're currently getting ready to bring out heat race number 6. We have taken one driver, the winner, directly to the A-main from these qualifying heat races, and we're getting ready to stack up heat race number 6 for you as they run. So right now, heat number 6 on the racetrack. Looks like we got Ryan Dyson, Kyle Steckley, Brandon Scholler, Larry Jackson, Austin Penny, and Matt Lockwood, Ryan Lockwood, your 6th and final starter here. Looks like we've got 5 cars that have made the call here. Qualifying heat races are 10 laps in distance. And when Adam joins us here, he's just finishing up with Rivals Race Chat as we speak. We'll have Adam help us kind of dissect the event format for you here tonight. But we do know the heat races are going to take the winner directly to the A-main. So getting ready to come to the green flag here with heat race number 6 of 7. We've got one more coming up after this one, but heat race number 6 is going to take the green flag, and it's going to be Dyson taking the lead into turn 1. Steckley trying to stay true to the outside. He'll have to tuck back in. Oh, look out. Steckley got contact and almost got the back of Dyson's car. Steckley goes around. Caution lights are on as we've got another car stacked around. Oh, and now Steckley will make contact with him. That was the 21 of Scholler. And we're actually going to stay green flag. Green flag remains on the racetrack. Austin Penny trying to close in here to Ryan Dyson. Currently 3 laps in the books here, or coming up on lap number 3. So that'll now put 3 in the books. And it's still Dyson out front. And right now, Austin Penny doing his best to try and back up the entry. Oh, caught the wall there down the back straightaway. And he is just trying all sorts of different lines right now to try and get by Dyson in car number 41. Adam Ross joining us up here in the booth. Adam, welcome aboard to tonight's special event, a fun event, which signifies the halfway point in the season.
Yeah, thanks so much, Stephen. We had a great show on Race Chat tonight. Went a little bit long because we had amazing topics, but I've been looking forward to this for a while. The Legends Oval at Charlotte. We're well into heat race action, and these drivers are going to be dizzy by the end of this night.
Absolutely. Now we're taking the winner out of this one directly to the A-main, Adam, and a bit of a different event format tonight. No points here, all bragging rights, and if you're in the top 3, maybe a little coin in your pocket at the end of the night.
Yeah, and I like it. It's kind of an all-star format as we see. Went for broke there, did Austin Penny, trying to get down into the corner and get the car rotated. And in the heat races, it's going to be really challenging. In the feature, I expect the handling is going to wear out on these cars a little bit quicker. So someone who paces themselves in the feature, I think, is going to be a little bit better off. But Penny closing in once again.
Penny trying to close up on the race leader as they take the white flag. And now the question, will Penny use the bumper? There it is, coming off of turn number 2. Dyson drag races him down the backstretch and into turn 3. Will Penny use the bumper again? Oh, no, Dyson got to the inside, or got to the outside. Penny to the inside, and Austin Penny, what a finish there. Penny will, Dyson with a little bit of contact post-race, but you know what? Austin Penny willing to do what it took to get into the A-main. Oh, boy.
You know what? Up until the exit of turn 4, I liked that move. I didn't mind a little bit of bump to get to the inside. I didn't mind a little bit of rubbing once he was on the inside. He just needed to leave that little bit of a lane, just enough for a car width, and he didn't do it. So we'll see what Don York, our race director, decides to do with that one.
Heat race number 7, our final heat race of the night. Then we'll get into our stacked consolation events, where we'll take some more drivers out of there to make up our 18-car starting field for tonight's race. And boy, we have got some hot dogs in this one. Dale Shaw is going to take him away from the pole position aboard car number 83. He is going to start alongside the 6, the Tony Kart sponsored ride of Mike Husby. Carson Nagy, we talked quite a bit about him during last week's broadcast. Going to start alongside the 64 of Brandon McFerrin, and rounding out the starting field will be the 94. This is Curtis Young. So heat race number 7 getting ready to roll off here. Again, we've got a little bit smaller fields here in the heat races, and the reason for that is we are taking just one driver to the A main out of the heats. Everybody else will have to come from the consolation a little bit later on here. We'll get that first one stacked up after this final heat race. And Adam, I have myself put some laps down here at the Legends Oval, and I gotta say, it's very easy to overshoot turn number 1. You've got to be real disciplined here at the Legends Oval going into 1.
You're absolutely right, and I have as well. I love it myself, Stephen. It is tight racing. It reminds me of indoor racing at the Niagara Falls Convention Center from, 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah, the quick story there. I had one opportunity to race at the Niagara Falls Convention Center. We got there, and I don't remember if that was the year that the event ended or whatnot, but we drove all the way there to find out that the event actually wasn't taking place. I had to turn around and come home. So I never got to, but man, I was there as a kid, man. What a facility, and what great racing they put on. And we're seeing some great racing right now as Shaw leads Husby into turns 1 and 2. And you know, the laps that I turned here in a Legends Oval was in a tour type modified, or you know, like an SK type modified, and you know, there was a lot more grip. I can't imagine how difficult it is going to be with these cars here with the super late models, trying to get the power down to the ground. Don't spin the tires, don't overshoot the entrance to the corner. I mean, once you get the car rotated, you can really let it fly off the corner. But boy, these entrances are going to be so critical tonight. I mean, and here's the other thing, Adam. Wait till we put 18 of these guys out here. This is going to be wild.
Exactly. And again, Mike Husby trying to size up Dale Shaw. So I used to race go-karts in the convention center, and one of the most fun races I ever had was, I forget who rented the facility for a Sunday after the Saturday show to run a big open karting event with tons of people there. But man, oh man, that was fun getting to race with some of the best down there.
Absolutely, and the different classes of cars and karts that you'd have in there, it was always a real joy for sure. And I'll tell you, Dale Shaw's got to be having himself quite a bit of fun right now. You know, he's got Husby about a car length and a half behind him, and oh boy, Husby is trying to cut that corner down as they come across the line, as they've got 9 laps in, 2 to go, and Husby is really starting to put the pressure on. And it looks to me like Husby is just a little bit better in 3 and 4 than he is 1 and 2.
That's exactly what I cued my microphone for, is watch Husby through 3 and 4. He is able to cut the inside like crazy. He's got one more chance, Stephen.
Coming to the checkered this time. Shaw protects the bottom, and boy, he hit 3 and 4 perfect right there. Shaw's going to get the win. He will go directly to tonight's A main. So that was huge there for Dale Shaw, as he's going to drive it right off into NASCAR turn 1. And that will do it here for that final heat race, as we will now work on getting your starting lineup here set for the C main, which will come out next. It will be 15 laps in distance, and it appears that we are going to take one car out of this one up into the B main. The B main will also be 15 laps, and we'll take the top 9 into the starting field for tonight's feature. So this is going to be interesting. You're going to see the starting lineup scroll through your screen here. Matt Thomas with FLX Media Group, handling all the video and audio for us here tonight and doing a great job of it. It's been a lot of fun to partner up with Matt and FLX, and as well as doing the broadcast here for GeForce TV. Is a lot of entities coming together to make it all happen, and we've just been having a ball doing it. So here's here's your starting lineup here for the C main. It looks like it is going to be David Miller and Wally Wilson bringing us to the green. Adam, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. 15 laps here at the Legends Oval.
I still can't get over only one car transferring to the B, so better get up on the wheel and make it happen.
Absolutely, and you've definitely got some heavy hitters here. I mean, as you look back through the pack, you've got, and I'm looking toward the back half of the field. Starting from 13th, you've got Jordan House, you've got DJ Christie, Connor James, Joe Lawrence starting 16th, Ryan Lockwood starting 7th. I mean, this is a lot of good cars that are going to have to try and come from the back, and they don't necessarily have a lot of time to do it. Just one car is going to make it here.
Not everyone has made the call for this race, because I see Josh Stoddy is supposed to be starting 5th, but he's up in 3rd, so hopefully some of these cars at the back gain a couple of positions that way. We're about to find out. 15 laps make up the C main.
C main is underway, and it's going to be Wally Wilson who's going to try. We got one car, now 2 cars sideways in 1 and 2, and they are getting all stacked up here on the back straightaway. Caution lights will come on, and we had about 4 or 5 cars get involved in that one. We had one car that busted out sideways right in the center of the corner, and then another car kind of on his own got sideways coming off of turn 2. Matt Thomas going to dial up the replay for us here, and we'll take a peek.
I saw Curtis Young get sideways. I don't know if he was the first one, but that's the purple car. Woo, he gets sideways out of 4, that's for sure. He's in the 3rd spot, down into the corner. Yeah, he got some help from Josh Stoddy from the looks of it. Donovan Price with nowhere to go. DJ Christie does a nice job to avoid. Tom Gibbons, he got caught up in that mess. No fault of his own, really.
So first yellow flag here of tonight's C main. Again, this one 15 laps in distance, and right now the field pacing slowly here through turns 3 and 4. And for Wally Wilson, he's in the spot you got to be in right now, Adam. We're only taking 1, and right now that car is Wally Wilson.
He's the one they call the wheelman, Wally Wilson, in the 69 as they wait for the pace truck to come by. Now, David Miller in the 2nd spot, he is a decorated go-kart racer. This track, this style of racing strikes me as the type of racing a kart racer should adapt to pretty well. A flat racetrack, which is typical with karting. So I'm curious to see if David Miller has any advantage here.
I couldn't agree with you more there. This is pretty interesting. He's a decorated go-kart racer and also has some TQ midget experience. And I've been fortunate enough in my years actually working with Matt and Mel Thomas, seeing some TQ midgets doing their thing on the shorter course at Oswego. I've seen several and filmed several of their events up there. So, yeah,
What's that track like for midgets?
Well, on the short course, it's pretty interesting. I mean, what happens is instead of going around the entire racetrack, the pit lane that kind of cuts before you get into turn 3, that's where the midget track goes, is down through the inside there. And I'm telling you, they are hauling the mail when they go into turn 3.
I bet. That's a long corner. Like, do they go all the way to the front straightaway then?
Or
do
they
cut through the pits? They'd carry a ton of speed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, we're back to, oh, look out, sideways here on the front straightaway, crashing right here at the start-finish line. They were all out of sorts, and it looks like maybe they got them all pointed forward here as we will race on. It's still Wally Wilson out front, and right now moving up into position number 2 is Stoddy in the 17, and that's going to put Miller back to 3rd, and we talked about Connor James. He is trying to claw his way to the front of this pack. Oh, look out. Miller got too high off of turn 4, and it opened up the door there for Connor James.
And Connor James ran it exactly the way I thought Austin Penny should have. You can come all the way up, just leave him just enough room for his car, and that's all you need to do. And that's what he did there to David Miller. Earned himself the 3rd spot. So that SSG Gloves number 4 closing in on Josh Stoddy for the 2nd spot as Wally Wilson opens up about 3 car lengths out front.
Oh, man, Stoddy missed turn number 3, and it opened up the door for Connor James. And if you're a Connor James fan, you're now counting the laps down. 5 laps to go here at the quarter-mile Legends Oval, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Wally Wilson, your race leader, in car number 69. Connor James trying to chase him down. 2 cars in your screen. Only one of them will go to tonight's B main. So their work still won't be done once they get out of this one. But, man, you're going to have to win if you want to transfer on. And right now, Wally Wilson has that spot, Adam.
I want to show you something Connor James is doing that Wally Wilson is not. And now we can't because Wilson's going to drive defensive as James looks down the inside. But Connor James is using the whole racetrack, letting the car come all the way to the wall off the turn, carving down into the corner, coming off. You have to use all of the racetrack to keep your speed up. And now Wally Wilson's saying, go ahead and pass me, but you're going to have to do it the long way.
Yeah, right now Wally Wilson says if you're going to get by me, you're going to have to drive through me to get there because Wilson is protecting that bottom lane and Connor James is getting a run. Will he use the bumper to turn number 3? Wilson got a great run into turn 3, but James is there. He gives him the bumper and Wilson holds on to it. Wally Wilson will win tonight's C-Main. Man, Adam, what a finish right there, and a great job of driving there by Wally Wilson.
And a great job by Connor James to be aggressive, but not dirty.
Yeah.
Wally Wilson did what you need to do. You got to set that car down in the turn, and it's almost like you're building a wall. You know you're going to get hit, so you've got to get the car settled to where you can accept the contact and drive off, and that's exactly what he did.
And it'll show that Connor James started 14th and finished 2nd. I know we didn't have that many cars out there, but you got to give him a hand still, Adam, because he came from a long ways back just to get to 2nd.
He did so. Yeah, great job as Connor Ross lighting up the rear tires. Always so proud of my son.
He's just getting them warmed up, man. B main on the racetrack. And you'll see the starting lineup there on the bottom of your screen. We'll roll through all the names so everybody gets a little play here, but it's going to be Johnny Morrison and Connor Ross bringing us to the green flag. This again will be 15 laps, but now we will take the top 9. So you've got to get yourself inside of the top 10 if you want to transfer to tonight's A main, which is going to be 60 laps in distance coming up here shortly. Adam, if you're on the starting lineup right now, what's going through your mind?
Survive the first 2 laps and then go racing.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't quite make it through turns 1 and 2 in the C main. Let's see what happens here in the B main. Green lights are on, and they're going to bring them to turn. Oh, we're wrecking here on the front straightaway. Dyson's around in the 11. And I think your race leader got a piece of that as well. We didn't even get to turns 1 and 2. We were having trouble right here at the start-finish line. And
I know Connor Ross got sideways out of 4, and I'm not sure if the pole sitter did as well or if it was just Connor getting sideways and clipping the pole sitter. Let's have a look.
Yeah. Take a look here at the instant replay, and it was right off the drop of the green. They were coming off of 4.
There might have been some help from the 4th place car. Colton Everhand, and I'm not just trying to, but you always got to have a look at all the contributing factors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the heck got us there? See if Matt, I'm not sure if you take requests or not, but see if we can get to the 48 car outside of row number 2. I'm not sure what angles we've got to work with.
Yeah, this actually that great job by Matt Thomas here. And
no, that was just Connor in the 44 getting squirrely. And the reason I thought there might have been contact is Colton Everingham got a little squirrely almost at the same time Connor did.
right.
And all hell broke loose.
That boy, it doesn't seem like they've had enough room to get that much wheel spin on the start though. But you know, hey, I guess that that may have been the case there. But you know, now I'm also curious, you know, for the starts and restarts here. I'm wondering what gear they start in here coming to the start. You know, is it you know, a start in second? Are you starting in third? I don't even know what you'd be racing in here with the Legends Oval being just a quarter mile.
Typically, you're going to start in second and run up to fourth gear.
Okay.
In my experience, and I think Connor's getting put to the back for his involvement in that wreck, on a track like this, because the gearing is going to be so close, you might as well start in third gear, even fourth gear. So you don't have to shift, because there's always a delay when you have to shift gears. Start in fourth gear, you don't have to shift like that, and you're not going to get the tire spin.
Yeah. Well, we're bringing them back to green, and right now we've got the 17 of Tiemersma, Garrett Tiemersma in the 117. He brought us back to the green flag. Ryan Dyson right there with the front row with him. He's not yet tucked into line. Might open up the door here for Marshall Schrank in the 22. And
three-wide action behind them. Kyle Steckley, Carson Nagy, Cole Quinton. There's contact. We're wrecking again.
Dyson spins down to the inside. That's the 03. Is that Ray Morneau? Got a piece of that. And the 51 also, I think that was Cole Quinton, got a piece of that one as he slid down to the infield.
So a little contact there we're seeing with Matthew Shirley in the 12, Dyson in the 11.
I can't believe they got through there 3 wide. Look at this. Wow.
Well, they were fine until they weren't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to get through the apex of the corner and still come off, you know, 3 wide. And even at that, there was 4 or 5 cars in play there that were 3 wide at different points. That was
you're right on.
That was pretty impressive.
And it depends how they score this and who they put to the back, but laps are clicking away. This is going to be like a Daytona finish. Like the last lap, all hell's going to break loose.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's not going to be any lift. There's not going to be, you know, any give. It's going to be all take here in these final 5. There's no doubt. Now let's see. Right, they're still lined. Oh, so they're possibly coming to 1 to go this time. And it will be double file, so it's going to be exciting.
Oh boy. So once again, I put it in 4th gear. You're going to lose a little bit off the initial launch, but you don't lose anything in any of the shift points, and you got a much more stable acceleration.
So we've got the super stock racer Garrett Tiemersma bringing us back to the green flag. He's got Ryan Dyson to his outside, veteran in the super late model division. He's got Steckley behind him in the outside lane. They're going to let it shift out, and everybody trying to protect their spot. We've got one car, Colt Powell, trying to make a move coming up through the field. Couldn't quite make it work that time, but he was right there on the bumper as he'll now try to close up on Collison in the 13. And coming up now on 2 laps to go, if you're inside of the top 9, I don't care where I finish at this point. I just want to be in the show.
You're exactly right. All you've got to do is get yourself in the show. Connor Ross making some contact there, coming off of turn number 2 for the transfer spot. And now they're 3 wide, if I'm looking right, for 9th.
Oh, that is a battle right now. Yeah, Connor Ross in that final transfer spot. Leaders coming off of turn 4, coming to the checkered this time. Oh, Wally Wilson going to give him a little bit of the bumper here in turn number 4. It's going to be Teamersma that's going to get the win. Steckley is second, Ryan Dyson third. Then it's Carson Nagy, Justin Collison, Marshall Schrank, Matthew Shirley, and the Connor Ross and Wally Wilson will get the final transfer spot. So there was one car, I think, that had an issue there. Or actually, maybe my scoring is going a little crazy on me. Yeah, I think Connor Ross and Wally Wilson were your final transfer cars there.
I'm trying to listen in. Connor's about 3 rooms away in the house, so I can hear the constant chatter, and I can usually tell by the tone of his voice whether it's going well or it's not. And he hasn't really raised his voice much, so I have a feeling he might have got in.
Well, we're going to have a quick warm-up session for your drivers that have made it into the feature event. Feature event will be 60 laps, and we're going to bring it to you next here on GeForce TV. Stay tuned. We'll have more coverage after these words from our sponsors.
What makes a trailer a Miska? Is it the heavy-duty Canadian steel they're made from? Or is it the exceptional finish that will last year after year? How about knowing that these are the best back trailers in the industry? These are the reasons you buy Miska. So what makes these trailers a Miska? It's the hard-working Canadians who craft them. We are Miska. We are Canadian tough.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave Ribs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
Welcome back to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, racing on the Legends Oval tonight. It's the Grisdale's Racing Products Winter Meltdown, presented by Caldecott Millwright Services and London Recreational Racing. Steve Ovens, Adam Ross here in the booth, going to bring you all the action here for tonight's A-Main, an all-star cast, an all-star event here at the Legends Oval. And Adam, we've inverted the top 11. 11 was what got rolled here tonight, and that's what the invert will be, and it's Kyle Steckley who will benefit from that. He will start from the pole. Garrett Teamersma will start from the outside of row number 1. Dale Shaw, Austin Penny will make up row 2. Eric Hinks and Dustin Monburkett will make up row number 3. Gareth Gonder, Trayton Lapsevich will make up row number 4. And rounding out your top 10 starters tonight, Tyler DiVincenzo and Blake Neer aboard car number 14. The driver that was quickest that will start from position number 11 after the invert is the 47 of Kyle Edgar. And boy, has Edgar had some great runs of late. He will start from the 11th spot after timing quickest. And we're getting ready to go racing here from the Legends Oval. It's the All-Star Race for the Grisdale's Racing Products Winter Meltdown Series. They're going green off turn 4 here on GeForce TV. We are green.
I was going to mention that too. With the size of the invert they had, there were going to be cars from the B main that started at the front of this race.
17 cars taking the green flag here. Dale Shaw trying to protect that inside lane, but he's got company. Here comes Eric Hinks, and Hinks will slide down to the infield. Hinks out of shape out of turn number 2. He's trying to get it righted back around. He'll do so. Give a little credit, bonus point there to Hinks as we stay green, and now the battle will heat up for the top spot, Adam. That is Dale Shaw chasing down Kyle Steckley.
This is entirely a matter of getting into your rhythm, hitting your marks, keeping that car on the bottom. Dale Shaw, he's a meticulous racer. And as I say that, he kicks it sideways out of 2, but he is going to haunt the rearview mirror of young Kyle Steckley.
Adam, I know it's only a quarter mile and I know it's only 60 laps, but there is such a thing as patience early on here, isn't there?
Oh, there is for sure. The reason I think it's so important to get yourself into a rhythm is once you hit lap traffic, you're going to have to get off of that rhythm. And it's the driver that can run the fastest laps off of the preferred line and then get back to hitting their marks and doing everything right afterwards. That's the driver who's going to be successful.
Taking a look here at the battle for position number 4, we've got the Grande Scooch Phone Cases 81 of Gareth Gonder. He is trying to hold off a potent super late model driver here on iRacing, and that is Trayton Lapsevich with the Superman logo over the manufacturer's logo on the front nose. I like that. Of course, I'm a dirt guy, so I love that, man. That's great stuff.
Trayton always wears the Superman shirt under his fire suit. So in victory lane, he opens that fire suit to show off the big Superman logo on his chest.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great. I love that. Man, I'm telling you, Adam, not just with this race, we need more of that in our sport. We really do. I love that.
Trayton's a great showman. And when he started racing, he was tiny. People love the young racers, and when they're smaller, they just seem to have a better following. Much like Mighty Matt Williamson, he was tiny when he got started. Trayton has filled out quite a bit, but he still has that big following. Still a great showman.
Well, that big following standing up right now. He got by Gonder with a great move coming off of turn number 2. Was able to get himself up into the 4th spot, and I think your leaders are going to start approaching traffic here soon. As now Lapsevich going after the 3rd place car. That's Teamersma in the 117, and Lapsevich will have it here off of turn number 4. He's got quite a gap between himself and 2nd place, but the leaders will start approaching traffic soon, and that is going to really tighten things up here, and I'm sure that gap is going to close up just a bit as Teamersma struggling here, got caught on the outside lane, lost a couple of spots there. He tucks back into line, but he is now running 8th after leading this field to the green.
I'm really impressed, though. Teamersma, that was a big picture move. Not to fight those guys, not to turn down into their right front. Let them go by, wait for an opening to get back in. There's still a lot of racing left to come. You don't want to ruffle any feathers before it's time.
Couple of hard chargers. Blake Neer started 10th up to 5th. Kyle Edgar started 11th up to 6th. We're watching the battle for the race lead here as Shaw trying to close in on Steckley, and Shaw sees the lap traffic ahead, or slower traffic, I should say, coming up on cars not yet a lap down, but as Steckley trying to close in on him here on the back straightaway. Boy, this has got to be a little bit of a pressure situation for Steckley. He can see the cars ahead of him, and he can also see Shaw really starting to apply the pressure here. Shaw trying to take advantage here in traffic.
Kyle Steckley, an impressive young racer. Quick on the hood of that car. A.W. Millwrights on the rear quarter panels of that car. His dad, Scott Steckley, in the Canadian Motorsports Hall of Fame. Dale Shaw says, hey, I got you beat. I've raced, my grandfather's raced, my great uncle's raced, my dad, my uncles, everyone in the Shaw family drives race cars.
And as they've started to approach traffic, Trayton Lapsevich has started to close in. He has closed the gap on Dale Shaw. As this time by, they'll put 20 laps in. So we're 20 laps into this 60-lap feature here from the Legends Oval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're glad you've joined us here for live coverage here on GeForce TV. This is the Grisdale's Racing Products Winter Meltdown, and Shaw with a little kick in the keister there to Steckley. Could not get him loosened up. Steckley tucks it back down into line, protects that bottom lane. He's now starting to come up on, let's see. He is
Marshall Schrenk, I think. I think that's Marshall Schrenk in the 22.
Yes, it is. And really, these guys caught Schrenk in the 297 of Penny, many laps ago, and Schrenk's been doing a great job. Here comes Shaw down to the inside in a battle for the race lead. Steckley tries to keep it wound up top. Shaw loose in turns 1 and 2. Contact, and there goes Lapsevich. Lapsevich took advantage as the 2 leaders made contact and got sideways, and you've got a new race leader here on lap number 24. Wow.
That could have gone very, very badly for Steckley. Just like that went really, really badly for Kyle Edgar and Dale Shaw. They're going down into the corner. They're still duking it out. Now it's Blake Neer, Kyle Edgar, Tyler DiVincenzo all in a tight row behind them. Dale Shaw trying to sneak in ahead of Gareth Gonder. I don't think he's going to be successful with that. So Dale Shaw losing wholesale spots. Looks like he's able to tuck in just ahead of Garrett Teemersma.
Oh, it's got to be so frustrating for Shaw. He had a shot at the lead. Car got out from underneath him, and now he slides back to 7th. You can see that right front rotor just a-glowing on his car and everybody else's, as they are really heavy on the brakes here to get these cars woed up and down into the corner. You see Lapsevich now still trying to work on the 22 of Schrank into the corner. Cannot quite get to him just yet. Steckley doing a nice job within 0.6 of a second right now. But Lapsevich for sure has some breathing room. But boy, Kyle Steckley, don't look behind you now. Here comes Blake Neer in the 14. And Neer is really getting aggressive on the entry to the corner in that 14 machine as he'll dive it down into turns 1 and 2. And boy, that car is just on a rope right now, Adam. That car is really rotating the corner nicely there for Neer.
I love what Marshall Schrank did. Once Trayton Lasevich got to the inside, I don't know how he got there. I don't know if there was contact, but once he got there, Schrank got up out of the way, let all the leaders go by. That's a real sportsmanlike move there.
Blake Neer starting to apply the pressure here to Steckley, and you know, one of the great things about the series here is Neer starts to lean on that back bumper just a little bit. Adam, these guys are all on the same setup out here. This is all in the driver's hands right now as Neer gets Steckley loosened up in the center of the corner, and he'll go by for 2nd.
Steckley defends that move. One of the options you've got as a race car driver to affect the handling of your car when you're all in the same setup. You can either charge the corner harder or you can back the corner up. Kyle Steckley lost the option of backing the corner up. Because there was a car right on his bumper, he had to drive in deep. He didn't have to overdrive the car, but you still have to charge the corner. And what he did there was, once he gets up, a little bit of contact with Kyle Edgar as Steckley goes halfway around, loses a spot or two, and gets going once again.
Caution flag coming out, and it's the first caution of the event here, coming out on lap number 34. Yellow light coming on.
Did that make sense? So if your car is pushing and you want to get it back under you, we're going to have a replay of this as Matt dials it up as these cars went down through 3 and 4.
So here's Steckley thought he had a run on Neer, and
yep. And once he had to back out of that run, that gave Kyle Edgar a run, and he was there when Steckley went to go in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now here's where I'm curious to see what race director Don York is going to do. We see Kyle Steckley get sideways. He gathered the car up and got going again without even falling out of the top 5. But a yellow flag was thrown. The reason for the yellow flag should have to go to the back. Do you follow what I'm saying? Does Kyle
I do, yeah.
keep his 4th place spot? Or does he get penalized even though he saved a car and have to go to the tail of the field?
Well, we'll see how this one shakes out here. Still don't have, I think we're going to get one to go this time, and it's usually about this time after the admins have an opportunity and the race director has an opportunity to take a look and see, take a couple looks at different angles of the situation. Now Steckley.
Yep, he's going to the back. And so
they both are, yep.
In a NASCAR style race where scoring continues every lap, where yellow laps count, if you get into an incident, they throw the yellow flag, you don't go to the back. You fall into line wherever you're able to get the car going once again. On a regular Saturday night program that most of us are used to, where the yellow flag laps do not count, When the yellow comes out, the cause of the caution goes to the back, and that's the difference. On a live scored event, you get your spot wherever you're able to duck in line even after you spin out.
So they waved off the restart there. We get an extra lap here just to get everybody an opportunity to get caught back up and into their spots where they need to be. Edgar and Steckley will go to the tail here for the restart. It'll be Trayton Lapsevich, Blake Neer coming up on 20 laps to go here at the green flag. Just a Saturday night shootout left to go here. 20 to go as they take the green.
Great launch by Blake Neer on the outside. He wasn't able to challenge Lapsevich for the lead, but he was able to tuck into the second spot. They're spinning on the backstretch.
Yeah, that was Eric Hanks that spun down to the infield. We'll see if he's able to get that car refired and back up to speed. It looks like he did, and we'll stay under the green. Dale Shaw just took a spot away from Gareth Gonder as he starts to climb his way back through the field. You'll remember Shaw went for the lead earlier, slid back to 7th. He's now clawed his way back to 4th, coming up on the back bumper of Tyler DiVincenzo, the point leader here in the Winter Meltdown series. But right now we'll watch the battle for the race lead. Does Blake Neer have anything for Lapsevich? Boy, they got together right there. Lapsevich slides up the racetrack, and here comes Neer. Neer down to the inside. Door to door for the race lead into turn number 3. And you've got a new race leader here on lap number 43 with 17 to go.
Trayton Lapsevich looking to return the favor. Might have been a little bit of a bump there in 1, but not too much. He definitely has one in his back pocket. We see a big smoke show. Someone down in 1 and 2 went around as Trayton Lapsevich stalking Blake Neer in the number 14.
Boy, Matt, hang on to this view for a second here. Let's watch Blake Neer down into turns 1 and 2. You even see it a little bit there, Adam. Look how much that car wants to step out from underneath Neer. Look how loose that car is. Real free going through the corner.
And what exaggerates it is Trayton Lapsevich is taking a wider arc into the turn. So Blake Neer has to be steady on the steering wheel, steady on the throttle, because Trayton Lapsevich is taking a swing each and every lap that if he bobbles just a little bit, Lapsevich will be ready to drive to the inside.
So we are coming up on lap number 47 this time by, as it is Neer, Lapsevich, DiVincenzo, Dale Shaw, Gareth Gonder. The top 5. We're now 48 laps in the books, 12 to go. Coming up on 11 to go this time, and Neer is starting to put a little bit of a gap here on Lapsevich. He's pulled out to 2 car lengths now to turn number 1. So Neer really putting together some solid laps here late in the race.
There is a slower car ahead of them. I can't quite tell who it is at first glance, but it's going to be a factor if we stay under green. They're about half a straightaway out ahead of our race leaders.
So now inside of 10 to go, coming up on 9 to go this time. They are coming up on the car ahead of them that will go a lap down. It could turn into being a factor here, but Lapsevich is going to have to close the gap if he's going to be able to capitalize here, as you've got the, let's see, that's the 69. Is that Wally Wilson? Yeah, Wally Wilson in the 69, and Wally, a veteran here, and as Neer starts to pull up to the back bumper, we'll see what happens as they go into 3 and 4. Wilson trying to protect the bottoms, got Neer right there with him as they come down the line here with 8 laps to go.
And remember what's something that's important to me that fans know. Until you get lapped, you are not a lapped car. Wally Wilson has every right to defend this position. As we see the front bumper of Blake Neer up close and personal, Wally Wilson deserves that piece of the racetrack. He deserves to fight for his spot. And as he goes around, if a yellow comes out, that's going to be a tough one. Oh, Wally Wilson just did Blake Neer a big favor. He kept that car going.
Yes, he did. As they come across the line here with 5 laps to go now. And now it's a 2-car breakaway. Blake Neer, Trayton Lapsevich. Who's it going to be here at the Legends Oval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway? Lap number 56 will go on the board. 4 to go for Blake Neer as he puts a car length on Lapsevich, and Lapsevich is going to try and make one more big run at him here. Coming up on 3 to go, and we've got cars sideways in front of your leaders. They gather it back up. That was the 28 of Hanks. He'll keep it going. We stay under green.
I can't believe we didn't go yellow there as Lapsevich bobbles down into 1 and 2. They're closing in on Matt Shirley, the driver from Saskatchewan. Heavy lap traffic in front of the leaders.
Oh, yeah, they're going to come up on Dyson now in the 41. You've also got Teamersman, the 17, as they work down the back straightaway. And here comes Blake Neer coming to the white flag. Time to put the cards on the table here for Lapsevich, but he's got a car in between himself and Neer. Blake Neer down to the inside. Great run off of turn number 2. He's 2 corners away. Neer down to the inside. He'll protect the line and bring it up a turn 4. Blake Neer will win at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Oval, the All-Star race for the Grisdale's Racing Products Winter Meltdown. And Blake Neer, Adam, will pick up the checkered flag.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to have an all-star race, it tells me that Don York, the event organizers, did something right. When these drivers started outside or at the tail of the top 10, and your all-stars are Blake Neer, Trayton Lapsevich, Tyler DiVincenzo, Dale Shaw, Gareth Gonder, that is your top 5. And I dare say those are the 5 cars that have done the best job all season long on a consistent basis.
Yes, they have. And you said it, man. Your top 3 finishers tonight started 10th, 8th, and 9th. What a run to the front. We will get ready to head down to Victory Lane to talk to your top 3, but we'll step aside and we'll get some words in from our great sponsors, and we will bring it back to Victory Lane right after these words. Stay tuned. You're watching live coverage on GeForce TV.
What makes a trailer a Miska? Is it the heavy-duty Canadian steel they're made from? Or is it the exceptional finish that will last year after year? How about knowing that these are the best back trailers in the industry? These are the reasons you buy Miska. So what makes these trailers a Miska? It's the hard-working Canadians who craft them. We are Miska. We are Canadian tough. What makes a trailer a Miska? Is it the heavy-duty Canadian steel they're made from? Or is it...
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave Ribs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
A guy like this, who relies on his truck for work, knows that his truck will take care of him, and he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners, to no-drill mud flaps, to tech liner for your truck bed, to bump step, to the handy under-seat storage system. And Cup Phone keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your ultimate protection today at weathertech.ca.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave sausages and street dogs. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
Welcome back to the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Oval for the Grisdale's Racing Products Winter Meltdown, presented by Caldecott Millwright Services and London Recreational Racing. All-Star race in the books here from the Legends Oval, and we'll get ready to talk to your top 3 finishers, and we'll start it off here with Tyler DiVincenzo, who comes home in 3rd after starting 9th. Tyler, tell us about your run to the front after coming from 9th.
Oh, sorry, am I supposed to talk in here?
Yep, we're going to interview our top 3, and Tyler DiVincenzo comes home in 3rd. Tyler, you started 9th. Tell us about your run to the front.
Definitely a fun race. Thought there'd be a few more wrecks, but it turned out to be a pretty clean race there. Just had to be patient, keep my nose clean.
Patience was a word we used quite a bit throughout the race tonight. At what point does patience go out the window and guys start, trying to get what they can there at the end?
Definitely Last 10 laps, I saw people starting to get aggressive.
What's the hardest part about getting around the Legends Oval here?
Um, Honestly, probably you have to give the bumper, honestly, because people still get the run off the top, and you can't clear them right away.
Gotcha. Well, man, you had a nice run through. You've had a good run of things here with the Winter Meltdown. So to come home with a top 3 here in our All-Star format event, that's got to be, add to that momentum as we get ready to go into the second half of the series.
Oh, definitely, especially after last week when I went around. Definitely lost some points there, but yeah, it was good to come back and finish third tonight.
All right, man. Tell us about all the great folks that helped make it happen for you there in the 97.
First of all, G-Force, Grisdale's, London Rec, Caldecott, Maker Pizza, Retail Design Group, Merge Force Socks, MRC Wireless, and Reaper Speed Lab.
Great job tonight, Tyler. So that is Tyler DiVincenzo, and we'll send it over to Adam Ross, who's going to talk with our second place finisher tonight, Trayton Lapsovich.
Trayton, you had the lead, a late race restart, and things didn't go your way. Talk about how you lost that lead and why you couldn't get it back. It looked like you could close in, and then Blake Neer would get away from you.
Yeah, that restart was pretty unfortunate because it looked like I would probably be okay if we went green to the end. But on the restart there, I just worked with my teammates there, and we were all bunched up, and it's just hard to pass at a track like this. And I understand Blake got into me a little, which is okay. That's how I took the lead too. So yeah, it just is what it is. I tried to run Blake back down, and I was just pushing too hard, and I think I burned up my tires, and I just couldn't be consistent.
Trayton, I want to go off the grid just a little bit, like off the beaten path when it comes to podium interviews. How frustrating is it as a competitive racer when you get to a point where, like you say, Blake used a bit of bumper to take the lead, so you're well within your rights to give it back, but you just couldn't. Like, the harder you drive the car, the slower you go. How frustrating does that make you behind the wheel?
Yeah, I mean it's hard because as much as I want to take the lead back, I also I don't want to wreck us both at the same time. So, and then obviously pushing the car too hard and heating up the tires. So, it's just hard. It looked like they were wrecking there at the end, so I was praying for a caution, but didn't get it. It's all right. We'll see what we can do next week.
I'm seeing more and more of Reaper Speed Labs all over iRacing. Talk about how well that's going.
Yeah, myself and Boyd Hogan started up Reaper Speed Lab as a way for guys who don't necessarily have the time to build their open setups. We supply setups for them at a pretty fair cost, given the time that we put in the setups. It's been pretty successful. It started to take off a little in the United States and Canada as well. So very excited with the direction that's gone, and it's just been something for me to keep busy with during the off season of the real racing.
No doubt. Congratulations on a solid second place finish.
Thanks, Adam.
And now we'll make our way over to Victory Lane to have a word here with our race winner tonight. Blake Neer in the 14 cuts the donuts and takes home the winner's prize here tonight. Blake, congratulations on a great run.
Yeah, thank you.
Adam and I preached patience all night long here tonight, and it took some patience, but also it took some moves that you made trying to capitalize on other guys' mistakes, and that's what it took to come from 10th to 1st tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we really just took our time through the field. I mean, it's really hard to pass here. I think I honestly, I tapped everybody when I went by them. So you just got to give them a little shove going in the corner, and you can get the run off. But other than that, it's
That
pretty much
was
impossible to pass.
that was something that we heard from a couple other drivers. Walk us through that process of tapping a guy to loosen him up a little bit versus just hauling down through there and just dropping the elbow.
Yeah, so I mean, you got the car speeds just dropping so much here. So really, you just want to give them a little tap. You don't want to hit them too hard and spin them out because you'll be going to the back. So you just want to, I guess, try and make it just try and hit them square and just push them up center a little bit so you can stick the nose underneath there in the center.
going back to when you took the race lead, is that kind of how it went down between you and Trayton to get the race lead?
Yeah, I just gave him a little nudge, and then I gave him a little another nudge. Sometimes you got to use two of them because some of the good drivers understand how it works. So just gave him a little bump and run there.
Tell us where you were better. What end of the track were you just a little bit better tonight?
I mean, I'm really good out of two here. I struggle a little bit in out of four, but overall, I think we were pretty hooked up.
Adam, if there's anything you'd like to ask our race winner, feel free to jump in, my man.
Blake, how much were you looking in the rear view mirror? I mean, Trayton talked about you giving him a bump to go by, and he says that's how he got the lead as well. How much time do you spend looking in your mirror to see if you're gaining on him, like pulling away from him, or if he's closing in the closing laps?
Yeah, I mean that first lap when I got by him there, I mean I think I got a little loose going in the corner. I think he got in the back of me just a little bit, but not too hard. So I mean we were looking for about a couple laps there. I saw him hanging the rear end out off the corner, so I mean he was burning his right rear up pretty bad.
That's all I've got, man. It's been a lot of fun to watch. I look forward to the next 5 races in this series. What's it going to take to win this championship? You've seen the schedule ahead and the types of tracks we're going to. Who do you see as your biggest competitor?
Just Trayton and Ty, I think, are the two biggest ones in here right now. I think Ty's second in points, so should be a good battle here.
Blake, who do you got to thank for all the efforts here tonight? Got a great looking race car there on the 14.
Yeah, I just gotta thank T Weaver Asphalt and then you guys for throwing the broadcast on.
Great job here tonight, man. Congratulations on the All-Star win.
Sure, thank you guys.
All right, there you have it, Adam. Our race winner tonight, Blake Neer in the 14. And what a show they put on here tonight. I mean, we had a couple of yellow flags, but for racing this close on a quarter mile, they really put on a great show.
It was good racing. We expected physical racing, aggressive racing. I thought it was a good show. I was impressed. Maybe we go to Daytona for our next act, go on a 2.5 mile oval and see how they do there. But no, I thought it was great fun.
Good deal. Well, that's going to do it for us here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway here at the Legends Oval. And on behalf of all of our sponsors, Grisdale's Racing Products, Caldecott Millwright Services, and London Recreational Racing, we want to thank you very much for tuning in here tonight. On behalf of Adam Ross, my name is Steve Ovens, and a shout out to the executive producer on the video and audio side tonight, Matt Thomas from FLX Media Group. That's going to do it here from Charlotte. Congratulations to tonight's All-Star winner, Blake Neer, and we will see you next Tuesday night at 9 o'clock for the next round of the Grisdale's Racing Products Winter Meltdown. Good night, everybody.